Senate vows to sack jail NNPC boss Mele and others over 12 trillion naira fraud. Oh boy, 12 trillion naira fraud. This is a very serious one. How are they going to do that? Mele have been there and has eaten so much from Nigerian purse. How can Nigeria stabilize like this? People are just busy in the office stealing. Almost all Nigerian politicians are stealing seriously. Oh my God. So let's dive into the details and see. The Senate has vowed to sack and jail the group managing director of the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, Mele and other top executive officers of petroleum subsidiaries. The upper legislative chamber specifically threatened to sack the executive officers whose agencies were involved in the turnaround maintenance project of refineries in the country. The Senate on Wednesday noted that from 2010 till date, over 12 trillion has been spent on turnaround maintenance. Now, the Senate also said that it has records of over $592 million, 4.8 million euro, and 3.4 million pounds spent between 2010 till date on turnaround maintenance, yet none of the refineries is working. Chairman of the Senate Ad Hoc Committee investigating the various turnaround maintenance projects of the refineries, Senator Issa Jibrin, made the threats following the failure of Kyari and other chief executive officers of its subsidiaries to attend an interactive session by the panel. Some of the agencies invited, whose chief executive officers failed to turn up at the session but sent representatives, include the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation Limited, Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission, Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission, and Senator Jibrin noted that so much has been heard on the turnaround maintenance of refineries and so much have been spent on operational materials on the refineries that are not working. He said that the Senate wanted to find solutions to all the leakages as there are a lot of them. We will ask for a refund and dismissal of all the chief executives involved in the turnaround maintenance, he declared. Jibrin said that for weeks they have been asking for documents which have not been given by the oil companies, a development that created suspicion. So he sent them invitation more than 2 weeks ago requesting for documents, and the documents have not been released after 2 weeks. So we want the chief executives to be present, he continued. More worrisome is between 2010 and 2020, a period of 10 years, the sum of 4.8 trillion naira was said to have been spent as operational expenses. How do you incur operational expenses that have to do with the purchase of raw materials and similar expenses of factories that are moribund? How did you come about operational expenses? We need to know. These are issues that Nigerians want to know. They want solutions to all these leakages. We know they are leakages, okay? Whether you accept it or not, they are leakages and they are all forms of compromise within your various establishments. So we know and we will not hesitate to escalate it to the highest possible level, including possibility of refund and outright dismissal of some of the heads of some of these agencies, and possibly to jail the senator added. The senator added. Senator Yahya Abdullahi said that NNPCL and management of other agencies who came to represent their bosses should be sent back to tell their chief executives that they should appear in person rather than sending representatives. Senator Sumaila Kau said that they know the modus operandi of the civil service, adding, "We are not in the Senate for personal functions. We are representing the entire legislators. You in the civil service, we know how you are operating. We are in very serious business. At the end, you will be at the receiving end. Nigerians are not satisfied with what you are doing and you will be at the receiving end. We are independent. We can go to any length to find our people. It is the constitution that established you. So we must agree how to operate. We will suspend this interaction until when you are ready. We have 100 ways through which we can achieve our legislative work. We just wanted to give you fair hearing, and you must respect the Constitution, he said. So that is what is happening. Between 2010 and 2023, okay, 2020, NNPC spent over 12 trillion naira in doing turnaround maintenance in the refineries that are moribund, that are actually not working. We have 4 refineries, one in Kaduna, one in Warri, and 2 in Port Harcourt. That is the old and the new refinery. Same way, we have petrochemical plant in Warri, Kaduna, and Port Harcourt as well, including the biggest and the latest petrochemical plant, the popular 11 petrochemicals. So with all of these not working, how could we have spent 12 trillion doing turnaround maintenance on them? Ha ha ha. Somebody must give account of this money. I tell you the truth. Somebody has to give account of this money. It is actually not a joke. So let's see. Some people are already reacting to this. Today, somebody say, what will be the sharing formula? Sharing formula of what? 12 trillion. They are not. Now, wow. All these northern Nigerian political leaders are just animals. They have no single plan for the future of this country that join us together. If federal government can summon courage to investigate this issue of corruption case under NNPCL, this will definitely ease the pain of Nigeria. 12 trillion naira can still help Nigeria out of the current recession. Exactly. That is if they are ready to do the needful. Another person said turnaround maintenance. As far as NNPC is concerned, that's the only way money could be siphoned without much eyebrows raised. Yaradua wanted to tackle this monster by appointing another Yaradua named Sek. He was determined to deliver it at a very low cost, but he was technically stopped and the project was stalled. But the amount for turnaround maintenance kept on appearing till date. Wow. Somebody said, for mouth you dey talk. You cannot even sack him, talk less of jailing him. Okay? Somebody who has a solid backing by powerful godfathers, cabals. This is one of the untouchable Nigerians who is above the law. Prove me wrong if you are serious. Kyari is a criminal. What about recovering the money and getting them hanged? That's what I say now. It's not everybody you can hang in Nigeria. Nigeria, your foolishness will never be overdue. Continue in your recklessness, oh foolish Nigeria, the land of corruption. Now, wow. So that is what is happening here. The Senate is bent on making sure they sack Mele and they prosecute him. At the same time, they will sack him and prosecute him. That is the determination. So thank you for listening, and let's have your comments.